Imagine as a parent, your child decides to go walking with a friend after school, but there's no sign of them hours after they were supposed to be home. Well, that happened last Friday night to a pair of 10-year-olds in St. Francisville. News 2's Daniel McLean joins us. Daniel, thankfully, this story ends well.
Yeah, Sylvia, the boys got off the bus around 4:30 and went walking down a trail they've walked numerous times before. But one wrong turn later had them in the woods alone with nowhere to go and no one to call. In a neighborhood called The Bluffs in St. Francisville, parents have a rule that's been enforced from generation to generation. When the street lights come on, it's time to get inside. When two 10-year-old boys weren't home by 5:30, alerts were sent and the search to find them began.
At that point, everyone came out to search for the boys, because if one child is missing, that's everybody's child, you know, like, if your child is missing, my child is missing.
Another child who had gotten off the bus with the two friends was supposed to wait for the two boys to come back for him, but they never did. That's how the parents knew their kids were somewhere in the woods.
We had several people out here searching all through the water, and, you know, it's very easy for a child to get through here.
Matthew, one of the boys who got lost, said they knew where they were going for the most part.
Right through there, and that's how we got further down, deeper into it. And that's after like 30 more minutes, we saw some other kids, two girls that rode our bus.
But on the way back home, they made one wrong turn.
We didn't know what to do. It's like, our moms, we couldn't think of anything. All just what we know, all the scary things we knew that were in the Bluffs woods.
Raccoons, deer, snakes, and more. The only thing they knew to do was pray.
We prayed. We held on to my bracelet my dad gave me. It gave me good luck for the time we were there.
The boys had been walking for several miles when they spotted the highway. They were going to head there, but due to low temperatures last week, their feet were freezing. They could barely walk anymore and knew their chances of being seen were low. They went to the nearest shelter they could find, a deer stand. Enough shelter to sleep through the night and continue their journey in the morning. All the boys had for warmth, their jackets.
We had to cuddle, we had to share our jackets. I put my head inside my jacket, we zipped them up, I let them use my hood for the remainder of the time.
After walking through the woods for so long, they were finally rescued.
His clothes were, he had about mud and sand up to his waist.
Matthew said he was able to hear his mother calling out faintly, but it was too far to call back. Emergency officials were called to the scene and joined the search shortly after. Drones, helicopters, and K-9 units all went out to find the boys. It wasn't until around 11:30 that the K-9 unit discovered them cuddled up in a deer stand. Matthew's mother, Frankie Crutchfield, thanks her neighborhood for helping in the search. She said it truly takes a village to raise a child, and that proved certain on Friday. Daniel McLean, WBRZ News 2.